Hello and welcome to EDU 10004. We've finished assignment 1 and we're heading into assignment 2, and I'm sharing my screen with you today to help walk you through our second assignment. So I've just gone into assignments here and clicked on assignment 2. So assignment 2 is an essay titled Learning Modes. Our word limit is 2,000 words plus or minus 10%. Our weighting is 50%. And our due date is not until Monday of week 8, so we've got lots of time. Please don't be overwhelmed by the weighting of 50%. You'll be doing lots of research and lots of lovely discussion in your 2,000 words, and you will be rewarded for all of your effort with 50% of your grading, and we will help you plan your essay. I'm not going to go through all of the elements here. Please read through them. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the key ones. Okay, what's really important is our title. So this is a descriptive essay and this is the title that you will use. Describe 2 different modes of learning and how they align with contemporary education theories and inform the work of teachers. So the learning designers have created this. They've actually stepped you through how to complete this essay. You'll find that the elements in bold here come straight from our criteria. So it'll be very useful to you. Once you've understood the assignment and finished this flipped collaborate, I encourage you to come back here. Down here, you're going to start, of course, with your learning materials before you do your wider research. And these are your resources that are in the Student Hub that are going to help you out. I'm just going to quickly look at the criteria. There's lots to get through, so I want to help you as much as I can. We have 5 criteria. So this is what you'll be graded against. So you're going to research 2 theories and describe how they align with learning and teaching, including the limitations and benefits of each. You're going to describe learning modes and how they are connected with the theories. You're going to give a description and practical examples of how the modes of learning and theories can be used in the learning environment. So when a teacher's engaging in this theory or this learning mode, what would it actually look like in the classroom? You're going to use an introduction and a conclusion, and the discussion aligns with the main ideas of the essay. And your logical coherence, your English language skills, your academic literature, and your citing and referencing. So this is an assignment that is based on research. So you'll go and do all of your research and you'll understand these 2 learning modes and these 2 theories. You'll identify yourself which elements you think are key and include them in your essay. And you will do your lovely reading and then you will present what you've understood back in your own words. So this way, this is how you demonstrate to us that you've understood the content, and also it's really important so we know that you're not paraphrasing other people's work. So you're going to put it into your own words. Of course, you're going to cite it because you've sourced the information elsewhere. This just means that you're, of course, avoiding plagiarism because you're presenting your own words. Okay, very quickly, I'm going to look at our descriptors. We're just going to look at pass here. So what do you need to pass? We'd like an introduction. So tell us the topic and tell us the content. So that's the roadmap to your essay. Please use paragraphs with 1 key idea in each. The essay includes descriptions of the 2 learning modes and the 2 theories, and they align with the types of learning in the description, An attempt has been made to draw connections between the theoretical, broader societal and educational context. Of course, you've used your scholarly and non-scholarly literature. You've cited where it's not your own work, and your English language skills. And of course, you can move down there as we go higher in complexity. So again, I've got some supports that are going to help you here. So the first place we're going to go is to activity 4.5. So I've just gone into the modules here, and this is an activity. It's not one that you complete alongside your students in your ELA. However, we really encourage you to complete this yourself. This will help you understand the assignment. So it tells us what a learning mode is. So a learning mode is a way or manner in which something occurs. So a learning mode is a way or manner in which learning occurs in this context. So in week 1, we talked about styles of learning. So you might have found out that, I'm a kinesthetic learner or I'm a visual learner. This is different. This is learning modes. So this is ways or manners of learning. And you're highly encouraged to use the following options. So having been in this unit for a little while and seeing the students go through this, we really encourage you as an ELA team to choose from these options. There's a reason why they have been paired together. They compare and contrast quite nicely, and once you delve into the research, you'll see that it really makes sense that these have been paired together. So what we're asking you to do is choose a learning mode, for example, problem solving, and an accompanying theory, humanism. And you're going to discuss those alongside motivation, which is learning mode, and another theory, behaviorism. So problem solving is a way of learning, and it does align with humanism. So you're going to discuss these two together. And then you're going to a little bit compare and contrast with the other learning mode of motivation, which aligns with behaviorism. And so you've got your 3 options here, option 1, option 2, option 3. So we really encourage you to complete this task. So what I'm going to do is head over to our Padlet. Here we go. We've got ice creams on our Padlet because I like them. This time around, it's exactly the same. Oops, I'm popping up here, highlighting everything. You've started with your flipped collaborate. How are we going to help you? Same thing as last time. Flipped collab, live brainstorm session, and a last minute check-in opportunity with your ELA. So remembering that while you're working on your assignment, this is going to be the place to go. And this is really a last minute opportunity. If you've completed your assignment, everything's done and ticked, and you're just double checking that there's one little question that you've got, you can ask, and the ELAs will help you out there. And then up here, this is where I'll pop our collaborate session details and links. We've got the slides. If they're helpful for you, you can see what we're going to discuss. And then frequently asked questions. I do have a few in here. Every time I pull some out, I get more questions on it. So I've made sure I've kept them all in here. So which learning modes and theories can I choose? So we've already been at activity 4.5. This is where we start this assignment, and we're encouraged to use these 3 options. So it's not stipulated in our assignment details. However, we highly encourage you to choose one of these 3. So we highly encourage you to work with the pairings provided for ease of research, discussion, and coming up with conclusions from looking at the 2. So once you've researched your 2, you'll see that it makes complete sense, and they align really nicely together, and they also contrast really nicely together. Okay, and then we've got a few more questions. What's included in the word count? This is an essay, so you might have done some of your assignment 1 in first person and third person. This is an academic essay, and it's going to be third person. I've got some language to help you out with that. Weeks 1 to 4 are where we begin, and then we continue through weeks 5 to 11. Each week we go through a new theory. So you can click ahead once you've decided your theories. You can click ahead into the readings there, and that will help you. A common query is, do I talk about a theory or a theorist? So you might mention a name or 2 on theorists. However, this is more of a discussion on learning modes. So how children learn using these methods, and theory. So this is not an assignment where you pick 2 theorists and run with it. We're talking about theories themselves. You can see I've got lots of different questions about the word count and formatting. If you need to reference some of our own learning materials and also some of our Canvas content, Remember that we're really encouraged to use headings here. This is a good question down here. How many limitations and benefits should I cover? You're better off choosing fewer of these and covering them in more depth. So you identify perhaps what you think the two greatest benefits are and the two greatest limitations for each of your theories, and that way you can really demonstrate to us your understanding. Okay, so let's go up here because I'm sure you're going to want some more help. So I've created this tip sheet here. Just open it here. So click on this, and here are your three options. So again, we've got problem solving and humanism with motivation and behaviorism. You might choose showing and doing with sociocultural, or multiple ways of knowing with post-structural, or our third ones here. Once you've decided between our three ones, that links you straight to page 4.5 to help you. And just reminding you to use headings. I've just created this, and it's to help you set out and plan your essay. So 2,000 words is quite a lot, but we do want you to include some key issues here in your discussion. So I've just broken it down, and this is one way that you could approach the assignment. It doesn't mean it's the only way. There are many, many different ways you can. It's just some people look at this and go, goodness me, where can I start? And so this might just be a launching point for you. You might go off and have a fabulous plan. You look back here and go, oh yeah, I've done all that in my own way, not a problem at all. I find that some students just need somewhere to start, and this is a great way to do it. So this is just one way to approach it. So at introduction, you're going to tell us about the practice of teaching. So I told you I'd help you with the wider educational context. So tell me about education in Australia. Where do students typically learn? The typical learning environment in Australia is a classroom, and the typical environment would have 20 to 30 students. There would be an educator, possibly one more, and they are presenting the content to the students. So tell us about the practice of teaching, and a good way to do this is to define what teaching and learning actually is in there. And then it's to go through each of the elements here. So define and explain your theory and how it helps with problem solving, the limitations and benefits of the theory, some examples of what it actually might look like in the learning environment, and how it assists educators. So remember, in our title, we wanted to know how the learning modes and theories inform the work of teachers. So another way of saying that is assists teachers, because teachers always want to present best practice. So have a little look there. So I've just broken down, so for your learning mode and your theory, what you can cover, your second learning mode, your second theory, and then we're going to ask you to discuss how theory in general can be a useful tool for thinking about learning. So that's me, I just put those words in. It asks you how it informs teachers. So theory helps us. It's a tool for thinking about learning and teaching, and your conclusion. So those are your headings if you choose option 1. I've color coded option 2 and option 3. So have a little look through there for those. Now I have a second tip sheet here. So this is, you've done your research and you're ready to go. You've got all your notes, but you actually don't know, how do I sit down and put this into words? So I've just given you some sentence openers. This is just one way to approach it, but it helps. It just reiterates that we're in third person here. We're using academic language. So I've just given some examples here. Really, we'd like to avoid starting with this essay will. So give us a really lovely opening sequence. So this is a quote, meeting the needs of students is both a science and an art, or tell us something about teaching. So you're going to establish your main argument. It's a great idea to define and explain anything that you are discussing in an essay. So I've popped that there. So please have a look through all of this. It will help you greatly. it will let you start. If you've got any questions from your ELA, please do let us know, because we would love to help you out. All the best, everyone.